South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg joins us now. Good morning, Mayor.
Morning.
A lot of people remembering and honoring Father Ted this week. What kind of impact did he have on your life?
Well, you know, one thing about Father Ted was he always made time for people who wanted to talk to him. In fact, I had an appointment to see him later today to discuss his involvement in the civil rights movement. So that's one thing, just on a personal note, that I really admired about him. But more than that, just as a leader, you know, he was the kind of leader who dreamed bigger. We forget now, but Notre Dame was nothing like the institution we now know it to be. And he wasn't afraid to travel. He wasn't afraid to engage on big issues, which took courage, because at the time, not everybody thought it was okay for a university president to be involved in things like the civil rights movement. Movements like making Notre Dame open to women. You know, those were very bold in their day, and I think that's an example for all of us to follow on what kind of leadership can really be transformative.
You highlighted his civil rights work right off the bat. Of course, the city of South Bend is having a big push right now trying to really increase minority hiring. Are we seeing any fruit come to pass? I know there was a big hiring push with the police department and fire department. Any active recruits?
Yeah, so we haven't brought on a new class yet of police or firefighters, but we have made a commitment that we're going to do more to make sure that the police and fire departments look like the community that they serve. And that's true for the city as a whole. You know, the mayor's office is very diverse. My appointments to boards and commissions are very diverse. But like many cities around the country, we're still struggling when it comes to the city workforce in general and the public safety workforce in particular. And we're looking for new ways now to build up our expertise. We're not going to solve it overnight. This is something that takes years. It took decades to get this way. It's going to take years to move forward, but I do believe we're going to make progress if we stay committed.
There are some people who are concerned about the issue of a hiring quota, certain numbers of various diverse groups. How do you get around that, and how do you fulfill that you're still getting the very best people possible?
This is not about a quota, and it's not about changing our standards. It's about making sure more people from more different backgrounds apply for these jobs in the first place. We know that there are more qualified and talented applicants for these jobs than we're now getting. The question is, why not? Why haven't certain people pictured themselves being in uniform? And what can we do to give them that idea that maybe they would make a great police officer, a great fire department? But performance is only going to get better when we do that. And again, this is not about changing our standards.
All right, Mayor Buttigieg, thank you for joining us this morning. Let's send it over to Carrie.